There's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Yeah. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, pick it loud and pick it sound. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on.
The value of what he was writing was so artistic. His production was brilliant. And he would sing with himself, and we would call it Marvin on top of Marvin on top of Marvin. But I was against him writing about trigger-happy policemen and stuff about the world with Vietnam and this and that and so forth. I said, well, we can't do that.
I couldn't believe that I sat on a shelf because Motown was kind of afraid of it. They didn't think people could deal with all those issues, you know. They wanted to keep it light and fluffy, but he had hit the vein. He had hit the real thing.
I was just concerned about getting off track with the Motown brand. And I was not always right. And this was one case where Marvin came back and threw it in my face, you know, that, hey, you taught us this, you told us, you know, look at what's happening, write what you feel. And I got a brother in Vietnam, man, you don't understand, and the pollution out there, you know, and that's the truth. And you always said to do that. So what are you talking about? I said, well, you know, yeah, well, I can't really disagree with him.
Tell you what my favorite song is. My favorite album is What's Going On. This is my favorite album of all time. I haven't heard anything before that or since then that takes the place of that being my favorite album. Marvin was correct. God did write it. It's prophecy. It's more poignant today than it was when it came out.
When you played it here on the streets when we're having all of the shootings, you play that song right now. It's needed. You know, maybe that'll make us take a couple steps back and treat people a little better.
Mr. Gordy had a very specific vision. We weren't going to talk politics because we're going to keep it commercial, and then it becomes out of your control. These artists that he created were developing and growing his company into places that he didn't even think that he could take.
You can have the greatest assembly line in the world, but people are not cars. And eventually, they are going to express themselves outside of the system. They